Recording.
Hello, Dragon Brawlers, and welcome to London Players Guild. I am your guild master, Scott Sedman. Today I am joined by the one, the only, the one who can't spell his name correctly, Peter.
How are you doing? Can, no one else can.
That is true.
I feel rejuvenated.
Oh, I could say it. That's a vicious statement right there. Oh gosh, we're terrible people.
Yes, we are.
Alongside Graded, we like to deep dive into some cards from time to time, and we haven't really had a chance to do that on the channel.
Yeah.
And we're changing that with this set. So we've picked out a few cards, but today we're going to just focus on one of them to talk about, dive into it a bit more in depth, what cards you can use to combo with it, essentially. And yeah, Peter, introduce the card for the lovely people out there.
Well, before I introduce the card, I just want to say that in the red one, we still did the deep dive on the graded video, which ended up almost an hour long.
And then red's over an hour.
Over an hour.
Like an hour and 17 minutes.
And then we did the black one where we didn't do the deep dive. I think we shaved like 20 minutes maybe.
It is 55 minutes, I think.
Yeah, so we shaved 20 minutes on not going to deep dive on three cards.
Now here's the deep dives. The black.
We are horrible, but it just shows the passion for the game, right?
Yes.
We are passionate, we love those cards, we love those characters, we want to show it, we want to explain why we think certain things, and certain people enjoy watching our hour-long videos.
It's into madness, right? I feel like that's what it ends up being. It's just like...
I mean, it's something definitely that's nice to have in the background when we talk, when they play games or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So today's big point.
So today's deep dive, before we get any better name for this, is Mechikabura, the King's Summons. It's a 3-drop 15,000 black battle card with no specified cost. 0 cost 5k combo. He's a Demon Realm race with cost 3, so sadly not much interacts with him in that regard. Yeah. He can be searched, but rather he can be tutored for from the top 5 cards of the deck, I think it is, but he can't be played from the deck. He can be cheated out like that. But you will never want to play him. You want him in your hand. His activate main skill costs 2 energy, any energy. If your leader card is...
black, he's fine, Peter, you're fine.
If your leader card is a black Demon Realm race card. So we have 2 Towa leaders and the Shroom and Salsa leader. Those are the only 3 cards that can use him at the moment.
Yeah.
And you place this card from your hand and 1 card from your life in your drop area. So you need to discard this and crit a life, which is a fair price for the effect that's going to be. You send 1 battle card from your opponent's drop area to the warp, which is fine. If you use it in Towa leader, it doesn't matter. If you use it in Shroom leader, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
You need to send 1 though, if they have any. You can't opt to not send 1. And then you play up to 2 black battle cards with either Evil Wizard or Demon. Yeah, Demon Realm Race. So it can be both, it can be either. With energy cost of exactly 2 and different character names that aren't Mechikabura cards, so you can't pull another Mechikabura, sadly.
You cannot pull the best sideboard card in the game.
Leader does that for you though.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you shuffle your deck and you can't activate the activate main skill on copies of this card for the turn. So the card has a lot of possibilities. There's lots of options you can do. There's a couple we're going to talk about here. Just off the top of my head, this card seems fairly fair, right? You need to crit a life.
I would say so.
You need to crit a life, and you need to discard a card from hand. You pay 2 energy for 2 2-drops, but the leader generally pays 1 energy for a 2-drop once per turn. So I think it's essentially matching up the leader. It progresses the Shroom and Salsa. I'm not sure it would be any interesting in either of the Towa leaders so far, because one depends on Xeno and the other one is heavily overwhelmed. I don't think there was anything really decent that could be pulled.
No, I think this is very much right now a Shroom support card. Yeah.
Until we get Mechikabura leader, right?
Yes, until we start getting crazy with it. And I guess that's another thing we should mention. The Evil Wizard and Demon Realm Race tag. While we have picked out 4 choices for you today, this card is just going to be one of those cards that will get better as future sets come out.
The same as 2-drop Mechikabura. It's one of those cards that you want to keep around, right?
100%.
So We're going to start with the most obvious choice, which is Chain Attack Gravy and Chain Attack Poutine, which are both support for the shroom. Both have the same skill. When they're removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, you send up to one battle card from your opponent's drop area to the warp. So generally you don't want to attack with those cards, especially they have 14,000 power. So they don't hit Awakened Leader. And they both have skills that work once per turn. And both work... one of them works... No, both of them work...
They both involve the battle step, I guess.
No, what I was trying to go at is they both work only during your turn. They do nothing during opponent's turn unless they're removed.
Okay, fair enough.
So, Chain Attack Gravy says that when you combo with a black demon... when you combo with a black Demon Realm Race, Demon God, or... what's the one I'm missing? Evil Wizard card. Yeah. You draw one card once per turn. And both of them are not unique, which is, I think, absolutely amazing. Your leader card supports you comboing cards from hand, because that's how you remove your opponent's battle cards from their drop area. So that's how you draw cards as well. So this creates a card advantage, whereas Poutine creates power advantage. Activate battle if your leader card is Black Demon Realm Race and it's your turn. Up to one Black Evil Wizard, Demon Realm Race, or Demon God card in your combo area gets plus 5,000 combo power for the turn. So if you have both of those guys on board, the first card you combo during each turn essentially becomes a super combo.
Yeah.
Because it becomes 0 cost 10k combo that draws a card. Who needs a super combo when you have those two guys on board?
Yeah, that's a really strong dynamic duo there, and obviously because Mechikabura can now play different names, you bring both of these out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having access to them on turn 2, both of them on turn 2, is going to create that push that you need. They're well balanced, they only work during your turn, and if your opponent removes them with extra card or without putting any battle cards in the drop area, then they're fine because they're not going to remove anything. But that means that your opponent doesn't have battle cards in the drop area, so your deck is progressing.
Yeah, it's all subtly flows well into the deck, and it forces your opponent to deal with these two cards because you're not going to swing with them, like you said.
Yeah, they need to be dealt with by a skill. And the other thing is, the next turn you can drop another Mechikabura, do the same thing again, because they are not unique.
Exactly. And
you can have multiple of those.
Really piles on the pressure, especially with the gravy there, just giving you all the hand advantage.
Yeah, the moment you have, once per turn when I combo I draw 2 cards, it's even if you don't have Poutine, just draw 2 cards.
Yeah, it gets crazy real fast.
It gets like Paragus, but better.
Yeah.
So those are those. The next card is actually one card that we spoiled.
Yes, we did. Way back in the days of Giant Force.
That was 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Was it? It feels like forever.
Yeah, it feels like forever, but
it is the evil wizard himself, the Grand Boyo, the Demigre.
Heavenly. Oh wait, I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed the Heavenly one.
You grabbed the wrong one.
Oops. I grabbed the wrong Demigre.
It's fine. I'll edit in post. I'll
Thank you.
I'll stick it in over the... I still have the images on my computer, so I can easily
That's
do
fine.
it. So Demigre Demon Realm Sorcerer. It is a 2 cost, shockingly. A 0-5k combo. It is a dark demon. No, it's not. I'm looking at the saga. It's an evil wizard.
Yes. It's a Demon Realm Sorcerer, yeah.
Yes. And he's from the Dark Demon Realm saga. That's what I was reading just then.
Yeah.
And so, this guy is super versatile, which is why we picked him as our third pick. Because when this card attacks, choose one. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less and warp it.
I was trying to swap a card and swap the wrong one.
And then it doesn't go... So it doesn't go to the drop, which also helps Shroom.
Yep. I have the right card on the screen now, by the way.
Wonderful. Wunderbar. Place up to 2 cards from the top of your deck in your drop area. This card gets 15k.
Plus 5k.
If you need to hit hard, that's great.
He can become 20k, that can hit those pesky unison cards sometimes, if you need it.
Yes.
Which I think is the important thing.
Add up to 1 card from your life to hand, end of turn, return it to hand.
I don't think you would ever do that unless you play against a hand control deck, but I think...
Or a deck that's stalling you out.
Yeah, I mean, Shroom awakens alternatively.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind.
If your opponent has, I think, 3 battle cards in Warp, if I'm
Warp.
not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so... yeah, it's...
So the main effect here is choosing an opponent's battle card, warping it,
yeah.
but just piling on pressure. Like, because you can swing with this, this frees up you to combo with him if you want, which allows you to get the auto off of Gravy, or you can boost up its attack with Poutine. So
Poutine increases the combo power.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah,
Yeah.
like if you combo,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
either
yeah.
one you have, he's going to get benefits from attack.
I think this card is definitely going to be really interesting against matches like the new Gogeta. When they have all of the 1-drops and you can keep on warping them. You give them food, but that means that they will run out of fusions at some point. And if you can keep on answering that. Because this Demigra can just attack into one and then warp the other.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
So I think it's going to be an interesting card. That Self-Awakening might be a thing because you can still return it to your hand even if you don't take a life. So just to keep the card safe. Because it says add up to 1 card.
Yeah, so
at the end of the turn, return it. Yeah, you can add 0 and return this to hand. To have that combo power to use with Gravy and Poutine.
Yeah,
the following turn.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And the secret tag from set 10. So
all the way back.
All the way back. Which was September or August? When was set 10?
I can't. July 17th. What?
Damn, it's actually further than I thought.
Wow. July.
Towa, Secret Maneuver, which is only a common, surprising. She's a Demon Realm race, 2-drop, 15,000 power, and auto that works once per turn. When this card is played or attacks, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add up to 1 Demon Realm race among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. You can find it on the Mechikabura, for example. It doesn't check for the cost, so you can add the big Shroom and Salsa. So there is a lot of options actually with this Toa. Deck thinning, deck winning. If you decide that you want to go deck thinning route, you would probably play Toa and Gravy on turn 2. Then you don't attack with Toa that turn, and following turn you can attack and keep on creating card advantage.
Yeah.
Because you attack with the Toa, then you attack with your leader, you combo on your leader, Gravy triggers, you draw a card. So there is tons of good stuff we can do here. It's a very versatile card. The Mechikabura, is a very versatile card. It gives lots of options, and we are bound to get more Demon Realm race leaders, right?
Oh, more Demon Realm race cards in general. Evil Wizards in general. Yeah, there's lots to come.
Every single 2-drop Evil Wizard or Demon Realm race at the moment has a potential to be tutored from the deck. And the question is how strong they're going to be. If they're going to create something like the Vegeta that was played in Toa, something that works when you overwhelm, that's going to be Evil Wizard Demon Realm race to work with Toa. This Mechikabura is going to be absolutely amazing because you can go into this, bring that stuff that supports overwhelm, and then overwhelm, because overwhelm usually is free.
Yeah. There's like you said, there's a lot of future built into this card, but there's also some really good stuff right now. There's a lot of stuff that really helps Shroom. So if you want to go the Shroom route and do Shroom how he's intended, if you want to be more aggressive, you can pick cards to make that. If you want to be more defensive, you've got cards to pick that help you be more defensive.
Yeah.
So it's an absolute win. So out of 1 card, you can gain 4 very different cards. That do different things.
There's more stuff, like we haven't touched on the skillless one, right? Which
True,
then can be bounced to hand to play the 5-drops.
So if you want to go, yeah, exactly. So it isn't just these solely 4 cards are the only options you can get. There are other options, but in terms of just thinking outside of the box, and
impacting the board.
Yeah,
those cards impact the board immediately when you play them.
Whereas also, like you mentioned, the skilllesses aren't a bad shout because again you can go into those bigger boys, but that's more for a turn 3-4
Yeah, because you need one
use
energy
the
to bounce
Mechikabura.
one of them
Yeah.
to play a 5-drop. Yeah. You definitely
Yeah.
need more energy to that.
Whereas this is we're thinking turn 2, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Do you need to set up your hand? Go Toa. Do you want to put some pressure on? You've got Demigra. Do you want to get more hand size and have bigger combos? You've got Gravy and Poutine, which then you have to deal with, which then in turn feed Shroom's effect.
Yeah, which makes it easier to use his leader ability that lets him play a 2-drop or less. That's one thing I want to touch. Mechikabura needs to play exactly 2 drops. It can't play 1 drops. If it could play 1 drops, I think this would be a really strong card, and then I would see it being played in Toa.
Oh yeah.
Because you would be able to pull a 1-drop Toa that searches for the Dark Dragon Ball, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And then a Toa secret maneuver that can search the Demon Realm race on the top of your deck.
Yeah.
Oh no, different character names. You can't pull 2 Toas, but you would be able to pull interesting stuff. And
I guess, right, like, if you needed to, it's not limited by power, is it?
No, it's not.
So you can get the skillless Gravy if you really want, which is a 20k 2-drop skillless.
Is he an evil wizard?
Yeah, he's evil wizard. Like, I don't know if you would because it's got no combo power, but it's
Poutine can give him combo power.
That's true.
But with your opponent's turn, it does nothing. I think you would stick to 15k vanillas that you can play with 1-drop Toa.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was our deep dive on Mechikabura. It was a whole 15 minutes.
Wow. It didn't even feel like 15 minutes. And I'm sure we'll probably come back to this card when set 13 and maybe the evolution booster. I'm not sure we'll get more Xeno stuff in the Evo booster, but definitely set 13.
I think evolution booster is like theme packs, so it's not going to feature Xeno.
But set 13 definitely is going to see Dark King Mechikabura, which...
Fingers crossed, unless they're going to blue ball you again and they're going to announce set 14 continues the series.
Look, right, if it gives me more chance to get more Heroes characters, I can't be mad that they blue ball me. But also, where is my Dark King? Probably a secret rare or Dark Demon.
I'm going to say that next one we're waiting for is going to be the Azumu that we found today.
Yes, we did find a really cool character, which might warrant an explained video. I'm not sure yet. I have to do some more
First, you need to understand it before you explain it.
I have to understand what the hell it is.
Does that mean that you need to play through World Mission?
I do. I need to get it again. I did have it, but I sold it, so I need to...
I can lend you mine.
Oh, do you have it? Oh,
yeah,
there you go. Oh, and I've got my capture card back, so I can do a playthrough.
Yes.
There you go, guys.
I feel sorry for you if you're going to be doing playthrough of that game, but go ahead.
Not just shaking his little hand to do the card effects. I actually really enjoyed it. I spent like 3 days just grinding on that game. It's so good.
So did I, because you need to grind if you want to beat certain fights.
I was going to say, like, the point of the game is to grind.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining us. We do like to look into the deep dives. It lets us get through graded a bit quicker, but then also lets us focus in on cards and really try and get a good understanding of them.
And let us also not just talk in vacuum when we read the cards and, oh, this would work with this or this. And here we can actually show you the cards we're talking about. Let us know down in the comments, what do you think about this Mechikabura? Is it a yay? Is it a nay? We think it's an amazing card, but maybe you have other opinions. Or what else you want to do with this Mechikabura?
Yeah, do you have a different idea for it?
Yeah. If you haven't subscribed yet, please smash that subscribe button. It helps the channel. That's a typical YouTube plug. We should start doing that.
Generic YouTube outro.
We should actually start doing that at the beginning, but yeah, there we go. Start being annoying at the beginning and ask for those smashes. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you around next time.